Alright, now I have a more clear view. Hey! I think my hair thing is missing, or maybe not, maybe it's in my backpack. I'm like, suddenly I have a hair tie. I thought I had a hair stick from Thomas. Thomas! Oh, Thomas. Oh, dude, I was supposed to get gas and I've been slack-lacking. Man, I just like, everybody's like, I just feel like every single dime I have, it disappears. And like, I feel like that's the only reason why we need it. So we can share it. Like, frankly, I just want to make smarter investments. Like, can I just buy some land? I want to buy some land, and then everything on my land will be edible. I want all the spinach, all the basil, rosemary, kale. Like, I would love some trees. I love trees. They make me feel good. They provide lots of oxygen around the territory. It'd be like my own little private dome before they ruin like the planet with toxic gases. I'm so hungry and I'm like slacking. Like, it like literally pains me sometimes to like have to let go of my monies and buy food and buy like things that I don't want to. I mean, I want to, obviously I want to live, so I have to invest in myself. I have to take courage. And even though it's just for me, like sometimes I feel guilty doing that. It's like, man, but there's somebody else that needs this more than me. And then like, though, that can get you taken advantage of, like, you know, too. I'm learning. There's a part of me that just would like to like make some drastic changes. And I'm visualizing how I can make those changes. And my biggest dream is to open up my own healing facility, or to like incorporate myself into a part of one where I feel like I really belong. I really would love to do more work with crystals and doing more like healing work with the crystals, and like letting people feel themselves, how they can heal themselves by connecting themselves to the proper elements, like the proper plants and the proper like medicines of the earth, if you will, you know what I mean? Like, you might need the color green more in your life, and maybe you need to work with laughter and finding things that make you laugh, and not laughing at things that make fun of other people or things that make you feel bad about yourself that you wouldn't enjoy. I have a lot of different lessons and paradigms, and it helps me to concentrate on you directly. By doing that, I access different genetic memory and Akashic records. Like, that's kind of like my specialty, although there's like not many people that really understand and speak my language, so it's really difficult sometimes for people to even hear me and be with me, especially like when you feel me right now. Like, I'm completely heartbroken and devastated by current circumstances, and I'm very concerned about health. And I'm really bothered that no one else really values themselves and their bodies and invests in themselves, where they buy themselves the proper nutrients and eats the things. They want to eat everything that tastes good and that feels good and that's instant gratification, instead of allowing themselves to actually have what's good for them, you know, instead of giving into like corporate America, or just like, you know, I feel like the bad thing like about America is a lot of times like we don't really have like the culture that like a lot of ethnic groups have, you know, like the way that you cook together. And you know, it's funny, like supposedly that used to be like the American tradition, right, is the American dream of like coming together and having like this family unity. And then there was like this whole like propaganda, if you will, that completely like ruined the family value system through the social media. And not just like, when I say social media, I don't just mean like online vortexes. I mean like also like what's on television, and what's in the magazines, and just like what's in your face, like what people are like being shown, and like how people are being made, like how people are treating each other, and how these things just like continue to express themselves and are never really loved and nurtured in like a motherly, like acceptable way, or like you could even say fatherly, okay? Like, you don't have to make it so like, you know, gray area. I'm like, yeah, my hair, it's like doing its own thing again, and yeah, it's painful to take care of it. I'm like, is that Blake? Are you walking? Is that Blake walking? Like, sometimes I want to help people who are walking, and then other times I'm like genuinely scared. Like, you know, is this person gonna turn on me? Like, are they gonna hold like a knife up against my neck, you know? Like, though, it's like sometimes like when you like see people, you think you know them, and then sometimes it's those same people that like kind of get you, you know what I mean? And I don't mean get you in the good way. I can't tell. It might not be him. It might be somebody that just reminds me of him. Though there's also like that energy of like, I have something you do not have. Oh, you guys, I just read this amazing part in the Pilgrimage of Love book in book series 1 by Bapuji. And he talks about how in India, like how they all share cars, and how in America, like there's so many times where people are just one person's driving a car and it's not really like energy efficient. And I really, really like resonate with these like validities of the way of the world, and yet the world is like still like spinning out of control and stepping into these new aspects of the future where they're using like technology to like really, really build everything. And I just feel like we're so disconnected from the earth and like really loving ourselves and learning how to take care of ourselves and plants and animals. And I just feel like we just aren't really being very mindful on the type of universe that we're creating. And it seems like obvious that like the whole entire like Garden of Eden might turn into a complete like desert, you know, just like they make in the movies, you know, like they would like, I feel like they're warnings, and yet we're allowing it to occur. Let me stick to what I'm doing and where I'm going. I love you. Gotta get to work. Namaste. Travel on.